Hey everybody, real quick, I just want to say that this is not an official Beatles introduction that I'm aware of. This is just something I made up myself, and I hope someone out there likes it, and I hope it can inspire you to learn some new chords. So, the main idea I'm kind of going off of is first these kind of sort of introductory chord shapes that I hope some of you guys know. And when you look at this, maybe you can see an F chord. Maybe if you've been playing guitar 3, 4 months, 6 months, you've come across this bar chord shape before, and all I'm doing is I'm using this same exact idea up here at fret 5. So I've got a bar across 5, and then I've got my ring finger here on fret 7 on the A. I've got my pinky on fret 7 on the D, and then I've got my middle finger here on fret 6 on the G, and everything else is being played with a bar, and this chord is just a major chord. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to lower my pinky, which is fret 7 on the D, down to fret 6 on the D. So this is going to make this chord, which was an A, into now an A major 7. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lower that tone we just lowered a second ago, which was fret 7 down to 6, down to fret 5. And then nothing else is going to change. And this chord is an A7. And then a few other things I'm going to do with this A7 is I'm going to play an A13 by putting my pinky on fret 7 on the B string, and then you can raise that up to fret 8 just to make another different voicing for an A7. So we have an A major 7, and an A7, an A13, and then just a second voicing of an A7. So holding your bar all day like that is pretty stressful on your hand. So what I chose to do for the intro is just to forget about all that bar stuff and just kind of focus on my bass line. Right, so everything here is here. Right, if you play this chord, you should be able to see 7, 6, and 5. If I go back to my A major 7 chord, all that's happening is I'm lowering my bass note. So I've got A, and now I have an A major 7, but I just have my G sharp or my major 7th in the bass. If I lower him one more, I have an A7 chord, but I have G in the bass. So and then I can still do my A13, just like that. Now the second part of the introduction is kind of thinking over this D chord. Now this might be a new chord for some of us, but if you've ever played a C chord, this D chord is coming out of that shape. So I'm just taking this concept of a C chord and moving it up 2 frets. So I have a D major, and then I'm going to make that D major a D minor just by lowering the 4th fret on the D string down to fret 3. So this kind of difficult stretch here to get if I'm worried about playing this note, but in the intro I'm not even worried about that. I'm just going to play what we're going to call a D over F sharp. Simply lower that F sharp down to F natural. You have your D minor over F. So we get this really cool chromatic bass line just going down. D over F sharp, D minor over F, and then we just go back home to your A over E. And then really quick, if you wanted to add a little spice to that A chord, we can play fret 3 on the B string, which that chord is called an A sus4. I go back to A, then you can take your ring finger off completely, play an open B, which is an A sus2.